Average user on the internet uses computer for browsing the internet, chatting with friends, watching movies, listening to music, online banking, online shopping, taxes, emailing if they have to, sometimes even read books if they don't have ebook reader or mobile phone is too small. No matter what computer you have or operating system like Linux, Mac or Windows, you can always use the same programs. People will tell you about Apple's walled garden or Microsoft and Google ecosystems, but that is nonsense, unless you choose to be locked in. It's all just propaganda. You can do everyday stuff with the same programs on all of them. The way I choose my applications, the first and the most important thing, application has to work offline, meaning it has to be installable file and have no subscriptions attached to it. I prefer it to be open source and, if possible, free. All applications on my list satisfy that, except the ones that have to function over the internet and AUTHY, and I will explain later why. I will put links to all the applications down in the description. So, here are these applications in no particular order. More or less, all operating systems come with some extracting tool, but 7-zip supports a bunch of other formats, and a dedicated compression program always gives you more control over the compressed file, like for instance encryption or the level of compression. AUTHY is used for two-factor authentication. This is the only application that is not open source and doesn't work offline. But when I tried the open source alternative, it kept crashing every time I wanted to start it. In this way, your keys will always be synced between all your devices. And you can use it on all your phones and computers. It can be used on any site that supports even only Google Authenticator. For more advantages over Google Authenticator, visit their page. So far it's free, hope it stays that way. If you just want your computer to stay on and not to go to sleep, and you can't be bothered with Windows Energy Profiles or Mac's Energy Saver, CAFFEINE is here to help you. Unfortunately, there is no one program for all the operating systems, but they are all named CAFFEINE, so it's easy to find them. On Linux in KDE, you have that functionality out of the box. If you want to take a quick screenshot and maybe do a little editing of that screenshot, you can do it with FLAMESHOT. It has a lot of more options that I won't be covering in this video. FREEFILESYNC is the best program for syncing your folders over multiple places and disks. That's the only program you should use for your backups, but I will explain that in another video. KeePass is the only program that you should be using as your password manager. If you don't have an offline password manager completely and only in your control, you don't care about your passwords. On Android, you can find the KEEPASSXC application, and on iPhone you can use Strongbox. BLEACHBIT is the cleaning tool for your system, but be careful with what you want to delete, because you can delete too much. Mega is currently the only viable cloud storage that you should use, although you shouldn't have many files in the cloud anyway. Do I think it's secure and private? No. Consider that anything that you put on the internet, somebody can get to it, no matter what anyone tells you. So be careful what you put on some other people's computers. VENOTY is the only program that you need for keeping that USB stick in hand just in case something happens to your computer. Forget about Rufus, Belanature and such applications, because they are a waste of time even on a smaller USB stick. Local send is like AirPlay for all your computers and mobile phones. If you want to send a file to some nearby device quickly and easily, or just move some files between your phone and computer, this is the way. The other side has to have local send installed as well. LIBREWOLF is the internet browser that is fork of the Firefox browser, but unlike Firefox, it comes with telemetry turned off by default and ad blocker. QBITTORRENT is a program for downloading all those Linux ISO files. Enough said, let's move on. FLUENT Reader is an RSS reader, the best way to browse the sites that you visit often. It's like a mailbox for all article, podcasts and YouTube subscription without needing to subscribe anywhere. Most of the sites have RSS feeds, but they are not always visible. Mobile versions of this reader are behind subscriptions, but desktop versions are completely free, for now anyway. The best way to go through YouTube without distraction is with FreeTube. You don't have to log in anywhere and you don't have to watch ads. And also you can't comment because you are not logged in, but if you want to look through your subscription in peace, this is the way to go. TUTANOTA, or as they renamed themselves just Tuta now, it's an email that, unlike Google, doesn't require your phone number, your location, your anything just to create your email account. You have free version and you have paid plans. Downside of the free version is that you don't get the offline possibility to store your emails and no search, but for $3 a month, all this is open to you. But you do get mobile and desktop app and unlimited email sending, unlike with Proton Mail, where the free tier you get only 150 mails to send in a day, which is plenty, but you don't get mobile or desktop apps, which is ridiculous. Plus their paid tiers are much more expensive for none of the worth. On the other side, if you can't give up your Gmail, at least use Thunderbird so you have offline copy of all your emails, because Google likes to scan all your emails and close your account if they don't like what their AI sees. Signal is chat application like iMessage or WhatsApp or Viber or Telegram or something similar, but unlike any other, it's encrypted by default and doesn't collect that much data on you. The client is open source, but server side is a little bit gray area. But even that is better than any other messaging app. There is a desktop and mobile version. If you value your privacy, this is the only app that you should be using for chatting with friends right now. VLC is a media player that can play just about any format you want, video or audio. There are a lot of more options that I won't be covering in this video. The alternative is MPV player if you like more minimalistic approach, but MPV doesn't have subtitle search. Enough said. CALIBRE is the best way to manage your ebook collection, backup your ebook readers, or anything that has to do with ebooks. ONLYOFFICE is a free and open source version of word processor, spreadsheet and presentation application. For anything but heavy corporate spreadsheet work, you really don't need anything from Microsoft. OBSIDIAN is the best way to take notes, simple or complicated. It's the best way to have complete control over your notes, and notes are written in Markdown, so even if OBSIDIAN stops existing, you will still have all your notes intact and easy to read. You will see other YouTubers call it a second brain and make all those complicated tutorials, but that's just nonsense. Although it can be used in complicated way, you can just use it as well as a simple note-taking app. The good thing is that all notes are saved in a single Markdown file, meaning it's readable on all computers and operating systems. So this is it. These are the applications that I think should be on every home computer, no matter what operating system you are using. There are plenty more applications like these ones, but this is the minimal set. I will be making more detailed videos about some of the applications on this list in the future, so if you are interested, make sure to subscribe. And please let me know down in the comments your applications of choice and reasons why you use them. Thank you for watching.